hopefully you have your notebooks open, ready to do a problem with me in those notebooks. Let's give the title for this page, Lesson 6.5, Notes 4. This will be our fourth set of notes that we are taking in Lesson 6.5. Today, we're going to do one problem, and in this one problem, we're going to be multiplying a trinomial by another trinomial. So multiplying a trinomial has 3 terms, by another trinomial. So another 3-term polynomial. So again, you get to make the choice whether you're going to use, when you're multiplying, whether you're going to use a rectangle method or vertical, but we're going to practice both of them. Okay, so let's just remind ourselves that you can use the rectangle. And in this case, if we do use the rectangle, because we're taking a trinomial times a trinomial, we should have a 3 by 3 rectangle set up. Or, when you're doing it on your own, use vertical multiplication. Okay, so you have both of those choices. We will practice both of them. You'll practice both of them with me. And then you get to make the choice when you're doing it. Okay, so we're going to practice just this one problem. We are going to multiply x squared, subtract 3x plus 2, this is our first trinomial. It is going to be multiplied by the trinomial 3x squared plus x subtract 5. And as we always do, we're going to change our subtractions to add the opposite. So go ahead and do that. One subtraction in each. Okay, using our rectangle method, we said it's going to be a 3 by 3. So let's set up a big rectangle, by which we'll be able to, I didn't quite make mine big enough, I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger. For which we're going to, I don't think I ended up with it a whole lot bigger, but okay. So we need 3 rows by 3 columns. Sorry, it's the end of the day, Thursday, I'm tired. On this side, I'm going to put the terms of the first trinomial. I'm going to let that be the width of my rectangle. And the length of my rectangle is going to be across the top. So, again, remember, we don't need our addition bars here, our signs here, we just give the terms of each of the polynomials. Okay, so now we will just do our multiplications. We have x squared times 3x squared. So that 3 will be 3. When we take x squared times x squared, x to the 4th. Our next multiplication, x squared times x. X squared times x, x to the 3rd power. And our last multiplication in that row, we have, let's stay with the same theme here. Let's keep it going, x squared times the -5. And that product is negative 5x squared. Okay, now we're ready to move down to the next row, where we will take the negative 3x now times each of those. So we have negative 3x times 3x squared. Negative 3 times positive 3, negative 9, x times x squared, x cubed. Negative 3x times x is our next rectangle's multiplication. That gives us negative 3x squared. And our last multiplication in this row, negative 3x times negative 5. Negative 3 times negative 5, positive 15, and no other x's to multiply by that one, so just x. Okay, and then our last row of multiplication, we're going to take the 2 times everything. So 2 times 3x squared, 6x squared, 2 times x, 2x, and 2 times negative 5, negative 10. Okay, we are going to have 9 terms here to set up in an addition problem. 9 products, so we have 9 terms. So we're going to take each of those, move them down here, and we're going to put an addition sign between them. So our first row of products, those 3 terms. And then we have the next row of products. And then we have our last row, 6x squared, 2x, negative 10. A long polynomial. But a polynomial that we can simplify because we're going to look for like terms. So we're going to start with, are there any other x to the 4th? No, that one stands alone. So let's just bring it down right now. Next, going down in powers would be x to the 3rds. So we have x to the 3rds in a couple of places here. So we're going to combine them. So we have a 1x cubed plus a negative 9x cubed. That gives us a negative 8x cubed. And next would be the squares. So we have a negative 5x squared, a negative 3x squared, and a 6x squared. We have 3 of those. So we have negative 5 plus negative 3, that's negative 8. Add to that our 6, negative 8 plus 6, negative 2x squared. Okay, let's see, next after x squareds would be x's. So let's draw a line under those. Negative 15x, or excuse me, a positive 15x, we have a positive 2x. We're going to be adding how many x's? We have 15 plus 2 becomes 17x. And then we have our standalone negative 10 that we'll just bring down. Oh, we got it down to 5 terms. Now we just need to clean it up. How would we see our answer in an answer bank? 3x to the 4th minus 8x cubed minus 2x squared plus 17x, subtract 10. There's our 5-term polynomial answer, our product of our two trinomials. Okay, now let's do the vertical method. Again, you should have been doing the rectangle method, practicing that again, even if you don't use it. And now you're going to do the vertical. If you're one who likes the rectangle method, you're going to suffer through the vertical with us. Okay, so let's try the vertical method now. So we're going to, does not matter which one is on top this time because they're both 3-term polynomials. So let's just start with the one that was given to us first. So we'll have x squared plus negative 3x plus 2. We're going to multiply the 3x squared, so we'll put that right underneath the x squareds here, plus x plus negative 5. And now we're ready to start our multiplications. So we're going to start here with our negative 5, and that's going to get multiplied times each of those 3 terms in the polynomial above. So 5 times 2, negative 5 times 2, negative 10. Bring down the addition sign. Negative 5 times negative 3x. That's a positive 15x. Bring down the addition sign. Negative 5 times x squared, negative 5x squared. Okay, ready to move on to multiplying by the x now. When we take x times that 2, we're going to get x's 2x, so let's put that right here. So x times 2 is 2x. Bring down our addition sign. Now we're going to take x times negative 3x. We're going to get negative 3x squared. Bring down our addition sign. And we're going to take x times x squared. And we're going to get x cubed. Now, we will multiply by our last term down in that second polynomial. We're going to multiply by 3x squared. So 3x squared is going to get multiplied by 2. That would be 6x squared, so let's put them right here underneath these x squareds. 3x squared times negative 3x, got to bring our addition sign down. We have a negative 9x cubed. And bring down our addition sign. 3x squared times x squared, 3x to the 4th. We are done with all our multiplying. Now we're ready to add down in our columns. So we don't have to worry about carrying anything, so we could start right over here at the beginning. We have 3x to the 4th. We have a 1x cubed plus a negative 9x cubed, negative 8x cubed. Bring down our addition. Negative 5 plus negative 3 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 6, negative 2x squared. 15 plus 2, 17. So that's 17x, and then bring down our plus negative 10. And we're ready to clean it up. So cleaned up, what's our answer going to look like? We have 3x to the 4th, subtract 8x cubed, subtract 2x squared, add 17x, subtract 10. Hopefully we got the same answer we did when we used the rectangle method, because it's the same problem, just done a different way. And it looks like they compare. Okay, that's it for today's notes. Make sure you get out your other 6.5 notes to help you with the homework that you're going to work on next, because you're going to have a variety of problems on there, not just trinomials times trinomials. See you all Monday.